Alright, so the next project that I have is replacing this side camera. This side camera started leaking condensation inside. It would fog up the mirror, the glass that was on here, and I tried taking the camera off and opening it up, checking the seal, and the seal was fine. There's dirt on here because I haven't washed the poor old RV in a little while, but when I took it off, the seal was good in the back, and apparently it was the actual glass. Well, when I was trying to work with the glass, I ended up breaking the glass totally, and before that the circuit board shorted out, so it totally quit working. I did check on the inside, unplugged it from the controller and plugged in the driver's side camera to the same side, and it didn't damage the controller, just this circuit board shot. So I went online and bought a new replacement camera. Comes with the camera, new seal, wiring. It also comes with a lot of extra wiring if you're adding this in from new, but I know I don't need to do that. This connection is actually up inside the wheel well here and zip tied in there. So what I'm going to do is just replace from this connection out to the camera itself, and then it'll work again. So let's get to it. I've got my handy dandy little bag of tools here, and it's just held on with 3 Phillips heads. Of course, the trick is don't lose the screws when you take them out. Last time I took it apart, I just left the screws out of it because I knew it was shot. So that's all the further the wire will come out. You can see the inside. It's got infrared lights, a sensor so that it switches over to infrared at night, and then just the circuit board itself. All of this sealant and stuff was just me before trying to resolve the issue, but it was a lost cause. So now there's one zip tie up inside there that needs cut. And looks like it'll be easier to get it from the front. So I gotta go get the keys, unlock the front. So the nice thing about this RV is that the doors are very large. Most RVs have a small compartment that kind of lifts up, but this one is extremely large. Has 2 latches to keep it closed, and when you open it, it opens like that. Makes everything in here very, very accessible, and makes it so much easier to get to the battery, to the washer fluid, the air conditioner assembly here, clean out the radiators, transmission cooler, oil cooler. Everything is in here, pretty easily accessible. This is the air filter actually. So anyhow, what I want to get at is down inside here. I gotta kind of figure out where it's at. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. But down inside there, right here, is our wire and our connection. So they taped it up, which is good. All we have to do is untape that and pull it out. Easy enough. Sorry about the bad lighting. It's early in the morning. The sun's always over there in the morning. Push the little grommet through. That's it. Now for the new one. The new seal, I turn that just a little. New seal comes and it's complete. So you definitely want to make sure you put it on there first. But before we do that, I gotta clean this off, get rid of all of this failed attempt at sealing it off again. Make sure I get everything here really clean. You can see, I don't know if you can see or not because of the sun, but this is pretty dirty. So I'll go get something to clean it off with. Alright, so I have a little plastic scraper that I got. It's actually made for doing body work on cars, but it's very it's stiff on one side, bendable on the other, but shouldn't harm this. And then just some glass cleaner and some paper towel. So we'll work on trying to get this off. Alright, slightly more aggressive. A little bit of a razor blade. Denatured alcohol. All right. Now very clean, and we can work on putting this in. So pop that off, and this is curious because they leave you this hole here and this plug fits through it no problem, but this grommet is gonna have to get smashed through it. So I'm not sure. See, the grommet is much too large. Not sure why they did that, but just trying not to tear it. A little tiny bit. Looks like just the paper. And then that'll attach. So now we can peel off this back paper. bit off of there. And you know what, before I do that, I'm going to give this a quick wipe down with alcohol, just to make sure it's good and clean. This is what creates our seal between the RV and the camera. So I really want to make sure that it sticks good. Now, before I stick that on, I noticed that it has little cutouts for each of the screws. I thought maybe I was supposed to leave those on there, but it doesn't sit flush if you do. So there's the 4 cutouts. And that's to allow room for the little screws to stick through. There we go. Now, I can see the wall of the RV is about that thick, and I really want my grommet to be inside that wall. So we'll start this through. Then I pulled the grommet down close. We'll see how this works. That is close to being done. Now that I know, I'll pull that out just a little bit. I'm going to start peeling the tape on this side. Now, since mine has already had a camera on it, it's already got holes. So I just need to realign it to that. If yours doesn't, then you would want to drill these out after you place your camera. There we go. Alright, camera went dead. New battery. Got this stuck on. It's now in place where it should be. Now we just need to screw it back into place. When you first screw it down, don't tighten it. Just bring it slightly snug, because as you tighten one side down, it's going to compress the foam and twist the camera, and we want to keep everything aligned, and we don't want to tear out the fiberglass. That. So now that camera's on, and I can run the wire. And let's go around front. Now I just need to get the wire. Plug it back in. And I will collect all of the wire inside here with a zip tie and put electrical tape on there. But for now, let's go grab the keys, and we'll come back out and make sure it works. Alright, so the connection for it, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Connection box is way hidden up inside there, behind these vents. So I gotta reconnect it. So I need to reconnect it, and then we'll test it out. Alright, now the moment of truth. Does it work? So, there's the rear camera. The left camera, and there's the new right camera. Yay! Right camera has a slightly closer angle than the left camera. Not really. It's the sunlight. Right here's the tire well. And right here's the tire well. So we're back to working. Normally when I drive, I have it on the rear, watching the car back there. But when you turn the turn signals on, it automatically switches to the side that you went to. And then it finally comes back. To the rear camera again. Alright. So that is project number 1 on the RV. The next project is putting in fans up in those corners and putting their switches down here on these open plugs. So I'm going to have to run wires across the top. I'm going to have to mount the fans up there and then run wires down the side pillar until we get over here. So that's the next project. I will see you then. Zip ties. Messes I hate cleaning up.